Hi there. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. I have a little visit today. Um, Boy, my Corona confessions are getting tougher and tougher. You know what? My Corona confessions, I think, are starting to turn into what necklace is Catherine wearing today. And today's necklace is one of my favorites. Let me take this off. I love this one. It's just a simple heart with a few little beads and on a cord. This one's really popular. Babies love chewing on this one. And it's just plastic. But this is one of my favorites. So that's on today. I'm doing a little bit more work on the little Dickens here. I have the end papers in. So I thought that turned out really nicely. And I've put in just a little ribbon catch to put things in right here. So I'm happy with that. I love this so much. The dedication there that was in the original front of the book. I made a tag from the first page, and there's journaling space on the back. I've just tucked it there for now. And then as ever, I see the string. There it is, there it is, there it is. I've already tucked in the Two Nanas bookmark here. So the Two Nanas are in there already. But I wanted to just do a little work on these. And then I really do think that I'm going to leave this book very simple. I think it's very simple and elegant. These tea-dyed ribbons turned out really nice. So I'm happy with that. Now, you know what? I wanted to show you. I might pause this before we get into this. I wanted to show you how happy I am with the t-shirt strings on the fabric face masks. So hold on, I'm going to pause. Rats, I thought I had some, but I actually put them in an envelope and sent them up to my niece. She lives north of me, and she's in one of those, bless their hearts, in the nice way, not the insulting way. She works at a grocery store, and they're essential workers. She's got no choice. She's got to go to work. And they're putting their lives on the line, doing these things for the rest of us just so that we can go shopping and get food. So, and she didn't have any masks. I messaged her and I said, how you doing, honey? And just to check in with her because she's on her own up there. And sure enough, she didn't have masks. So I made her some masks. Anyhow, what you do is you cut 14 by 1 inch strips, approximately. I don't have a wheel. That makes it so much faster, a fabric wheel to cut. So I just have to get out my scissors and lay it as flat as possible. 1 inch by 14 inch strips, and then you just pull on it. And it becomes just an awesome tie on a fabric face mask. And for workers who have to wear a mask for a few hours at a time, they're saying that those ear elastics are giving them bruises behind their ears and making their ears sore. So, you know what, this is going to turn into a mask tutorial, but that's okay. Hold on. So what I've been doing, sorry about that. What I've been doing is 2 different fabrics so that you know which side you have worn next to your face. Because if you're going to rewear it, if it's for personal use, for a non-medical person, You can wear yours a couple of times, they say. I don't, please check. Please don't say, oh, well, Catherine said this. Please check. But, hold on, I'm going to get more. And I'll show you how I've been doing this. So, I've still been following the pattern for the original surgical mask that I like. I still like the fit of those masks. I just don't want to use elastics anymore. I really love these strings. So what I will do is right side up, because you're going to put your right sides together because it's going to get turned inside out. What I do is I take one of these strings and I pin it like that. And I get another one and I pin it here. I'm doing this quick. Another one here. And then another one here. So you can see how I have all of the ties sort of going up to the top there. Pins sticking out so that I can pull them as they go under the presser foot. So what I do to keep these out of my way now, and so that you don't sew them, because it's very easy to stitch these ties accidentally when you're going around the edge, is I get a straight pin and I catch it on one side, lift up, and then I catch it on the other side like that, so that you're holding these strings there out of your way. Then you're going to take your second piece of fabric, right side in, and you're going to put it over top. And that's when you're going to stitch here, around, here, around, and then you're going to leave that open so that you can turn it inside out, and your ties will be on the outside then. And then that's when you do your tuck folds and your final stitching around the edge. So that's how I do it. You know what? I don't usually pin them together when I'm sewing. I find that because it just basically lays flat anyways, it's very easy to manage. But I'm going to pin these together now because I don't plan on sewing these right now. I'm going to sew a little bit later. I want to do some work on those journaling cards. But I hope you don't mind that I took a moment to explain to you my latest finding in my quest for making face masks and keeping the people I love safe. So there's that. Let me put this away. That only took a few minutes. But these, just terrific. I have tugged, I have pulled, I have wrenched on these, and it really is a terrific idea. Now, I hope my voice isn't too loud. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to deal with... Oh, this is handy. This just happened to be beside my sewing machine. And my goodness, does it ever make a great pin cushion? And I seldom use this anyways. I got it at a thrift store once in one of my bag lots of things. And I don't use crochet thread. So, but it makes a great pin cushion. Let me put this out of the way. So yeah, I apologize if my voice is too loud. I'm trying to figure out where to hang this camera so that I can see and make sure it's still in focus. So I have these, and these are pages from the original book, and this is a little note that whoever I think the original owner was wrote to themselves on what music notes what different music notes are. So I want to find just some little fussy cuts, or create some fussy cuts for these. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through two of my bins. Down here below, I have a vintage record album stand, side table slash stand. And it's nice because it was designed to hold albums on an angle. But what it does is it holds these Tupperware bins, and then I have them labeled. Hold on, there we go. So like this one is Victorian, floral, and art. And I toss things in. And I have several down here. Let me read them out. I have people, animals, and bugs. I have one just called Retro and Fun. I have one called Old Magazine Ephemera. And then I have one that's just purely scrapbook paper pieces. And I have another one that is, what is it? Oh, medium paper pieces and small paper pieces. Oh, I better look through that because I don't know. Oh, my thunder mugs fell on the floor. I didn't even notice them down there. Anyhow, so I thought, let's look through this first and see if there's anything. I'm sort of looking for Dickensy. I wonder if I can fussy cut that. I'd want it to fit. That little guy. This was from, I guess you can tell, I found a book, one of those Hallmark little gifty books on mothers. So that's why I've got all these old paintings of mothers and children. I like that one. We can fussy cut that one. That's pretty. I'll put that aside. So these are all big. These were ones that I just wasn't sure. So I saved the whole page. That's from Reader's Digest. Nope. This is from that book. Gosh, I loved that book that I used for the opera book. This was that Edwardian book that told the story with no words. So it's just all spreads of beautiful, beautiful illustrations. What a talented artist. That was a sweet little book. Cute. Oh, more of them. All right, let's see here. Maybe you. Dahlia. I still have another source. Nope. That's big. So you can see, I just throw things in. Oh, that's pretty. From various Hallmarksy things. These don't lend themselves to fussy cutting very well. I don't want you. As you can see, these are just all books that I've cut up over the years. A lot of these are floral. I don't want floral right now. big. Too big. Well, that's kind of cute. It's already ready to go. Maybe you. Oh, none. All right, more florals here. Oh, no, there's some smaller ones. Nope. Nope. She's kind of pretty. I could fussy cut around her. We'll see. Oh, Alice. These are all big florals. Nope. Sorry about this, but I guess that's what happens. I turn on the camera and you get what you get. I don't want any of these big ones. Hubby had to go into work today, but he has promised me that he won't be long. So we'll see. Oh, look at her. Cute little face. Too big. Too big. Oh, look, scary looking little child. Nope, nope, nope. Too big, too big, too big. No. Ah, I don't know. These are kind of nice because I could fussy cut and just run it across the top there. That could be a W. I could put it upside down. Put it down there. Oh, I don't know. I really don't want to have to cover up the title. Nope, nope, nope. These are all just from a book, and I figure even those little flowers could be useful. You just never know. That's pretty. I like that. Finally found one. Fussy, fussy, fussy. Reward or merit? Reward or merit? How kind you were to open the gates of heaven. A little bit bigger than that. Affection's offering. You're in the wrong. You're in the wrong bin, lady. You're supposed to be in the magazine bin. Nope, nope, nope. All right, well, I got a few ideas from there, so let's put you away. And where's my other bin? Oh, you. This is sort of my tiny, already fussy cut bin, and I have everything in CD sleeves for the most part. So, got some. These are photos from books that I have fussy cut to sort of be like. I see people using those things from Tim Holtz. I think he just calls them people. And so this is Catherine's version of people. And for the price of a book, and for what I pay for the price of a book, it works out way better. Let's see if there's anything here I care to use. These are from a book on hats, and it was just old photos of people wearing hats. It was actually a really great book. Like this guy wearing his hat. Oh my. These are ancestors of Laura Ingalls Wilder. This was from the Laura Ingalls Wilder biography that I found once. There she is. Or is that Beatrix Potter? Pardon me. You know what? I'm not sure. I've done books from both of them, so it could be either or. And I'm sure someone out there knows. That's Edith, isn't it? Is that Edith? Nope, that's Beatrix. Flip it over, because it's from books, right? These are all Beatrix Potter. Okay. Yep. Look at that little guy. That looks like a picture I have of my brother. That might be cute. Hold on, let's move you over. Hold on. That might look cute. Because he doesn't look very happy about having to read this book. Okay, yeah, I like it. See, that's from the Hats book. Hats book. This was from a Canadian Tire book. Which, if you're not Canadian, you might not know what that's all about. But if you're Canadian, this is actually where I live. That's the street in my town from the Canadian Tire book. This, that's actually now. This was the very first Canadian Tire store in the town that I live in right now. I could walk over here. And that is now where my favorite thrift store is. Because the Canadian Tire, of course, moved to a great big brand new beautiful building. And this little old building is now my little thrift store. So there's a little bit of history for you. And I love this, J.L. Spilett and Son. This was the Newmarket store. I was related to that person. My great-grandmother, my mother's grandmother, was Jemima Spilett. And this was her cousin who owned that store. And that's him. It's very handy when your ancestors lived in a town small enough so that everyone knew each other, but big enough to be able to afford to have a little newspaper. It really makes doing your genealogy a whole lot easier, because little town newspapers were just full of the town gossip. Like it would say, you know, Miss Myrtle Hodgins went to Toronto for the weekend. It literally will have little updates like that of what's in the news. That was the big news at the time. So pretty funny. Oh, there's another guy in a hat. Alrighty, let's see. Now, who's that? Is that? I can't remember. It could be Beatrix. It could be Edith. It could be Laura. I don't know. That's Christopher Robin, I think, with Winnie the Pooh. Oh, another hat from that book. I like them. I could fussy cut them. Maybe. Now that's Beatrix. Beatrix. Now I think that's Laura. Yeah, that's Laura Ingalls Wilder. Those books, that's the hat book. Those books are, that's the hat book as well. Oh, I think that's Almanzo or Pa, one or the other. Hat book. Hat book. More from that Canadian Tire book. It's a hardware store, in case you're wondering. I think it started off as a tire store when people finally started driving cars with tires instead of wagons. And now for us up here in Canada, it's a hardware store. It doesn't have the big construction supplies the way Home Depot or Lowe's or Rona have, but it's got plumbing thing. It's, you name it, plumbing. A lot of car supplies. You name it. Great garden centers. Oh, what am I doing? You go in here. So let's take a look. I think I've got another one of, see, I've got like ones here, crustacean and bugs, trees, animals. These are just all cut out of books. Fussy cut while I watch TV. Birds. I love this guy. I'm waiting to use him again. I think I'm going to save him for the cover of another solstice journal. Gosh, I loved making those solstice journals last Christmas. Maybe I'll use some of these. Those are some of those stickers, some of those Danish stickers from that book that I found. Here's another, some Victorian ones. Oh, some more bigger stickers. No, don't do it. It's my alarm. These are slightly larger Tim Holtz kind of people that I've made myself from books. No, don't do it. That's how many? Oh yeah, 29 minutes. All right, I may turn this off and turn it on again, and then we'll get started. All right. Hopefully within, depending on how long YouTube and my internet provider takes to let me upload these, hopefully there'll be a second one coming right after this one. Thanks for stopping by, everyone, and I'm sorry it was terribly dull looking through all these pictures. We'll see you soon. Bye.